Hello guys, welcome to Wealth FX and I remain your host Mr. Babs. And today I'm going to be talking about an important concept in price action trading, and that concept, either you are a seasoned trader, a beginner, an expert, or you probably have no idea about trading, you want to master this concept. And what is that concept I'm going to be talking about today? The concept I'm going to be talking about today is what I call the candlestick patterns. And in this video, you're going to be learning the candlestick cheat sheets, candlestick pattern cheat sheet guide that's going to be unveiling the 5 candlesticks that print profits. So without wasting too much of our time, I'm going to be starting with the first candlestick pattern in today's video. And what is that pattern going to be? It is what I call the hammer and inverted hammer. Now, for every candlestick patterns, we have the bullish version and we have the bearish version. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 major candlestick patterns that have been seen to generate maximum profit rewards over time. Now, what does this candlestick look like? The first one I'm going to be talking about is the hammer. And now, of course, when just like the name implies, when you hear the hammer pattern, we have something that looks like this, where you have a long wick, we call this wick, and then you have the body of the candle, where the body looks like the hammer head, and then you have the tail, which looks like the handle. Now, of course, for every candlestick pattern, we have the open of price, we have the close of price, we have the high, that's the highest point price got to during that time frame, and then we have the low. So on the hammer candle, what this signifies is price literally, this is for the bullish version, price literally came all the way down to this area, and only for it to close where the body is. And now for the bearish version, the reverse is the case, where you have the candlestick pattern inverted. That's, you have the wick, then you have the body in this direction. It looks like a hammer turned upside down. Now what this signifies is during this time frame period, price literally got to this high, and then this is the open, and probably the close, and sometimes you have a small wick telling that okay, price couldn't the sellers, the buyers rejected lower prices. Now, like I always tell my students, it is not about what you see on the chart, it is about where you see it. Now, for the bullish version of this candle, which is the hammer and the inverted hammer, you want to find your hammer at areas of support. That means a hammer around a support zone signifies price rejection of lower prices, and it is expected that when price closes higher, that trend is supposed to continue to the upside. And for the case of a bearish version, we are looking to find it at resistance area. Now what we want to see is possibly the candle body, the long wick signifying rejection. It could be longer sometimes, and when price closes lower, you want to trade towards the downside. Now that is for the hammer and the inverted hammer. The second candle I'm going to be talking about today is the doji. Now the doji is as similar as the hammer. It is only, it has a smaller body size, or almost no body size. Now what do I mean by that? Just like the hammer, which looks like this, the doji, the hammer has this, but then the doji is literally like almost no body size, and then price with a long tail signifying price rejection. Now, just like the hammer and inverted hammer, we have the bullish version of the doji and we have the bearish version. Now, what is the bullish version? The bullish version is what we call the dragonfly doji, where this looks like the wing, where this looks like the wick, this looks like the wings. You have the dragonfly wings, and then you have the tail, And yes, this doji signifies indecision in the market. It tells you that there's a balance between the buyers and the sellers, and you want to wait and see the candles that follow. Most likely, when you see a dragonfly doji, you want to wait for an engulfing candle above that area, telling you that yes, this price has confirmed that it wants to continue buying towards the upside. Now, for the bearish version of the doji, we have the gravestone doji. Now, the Gravestone Doji is similar to the Dragonfly Doji, only this time it is inverse. And you want to see it, just like I said about the hammer, you want to see them at resistance area. And for the Dragonfly, Dragonfly Doji, you want to see it at support areas, telling you that price is supposed to continue higher. And for the Gravestone Doji, price is supposed to continue lower. Yeah, using these concepts, you don't want to use them alone, but most times they increase the probabilities of our trade. Without wasting too much of our time, I'm going to be talking about the third candlestick pattern, which is the bullish and the bearish engulfing. Now, the bullish engulfing, what does it look like? We're literally going to have a small candle body, and then we have a candle that literally swallows the previous candle. Now, just like every other candlestick, you want to make sure that you identify these candles around zones of interest. And for the bearish version, we have the opposite of this, where you have resistance, where you have at resistance. Sorry about that. Where you have at resistance, your candle, you have a small, maybe price has been in an uptrend, and all of a sudden at resistance you have a candle, and then you have another candle that completely swallows the first candle, and then this signifies a change in direction of the trend, and most likely price is supposed to continue lower. Without wasting too much of our time, the next candle in this cheat sheet is what I call the morning and the evening star. Now, the morning and the evening star, just like every other candle pair, is the bearish and the bullish version. Now, the morning star is the bullish version, where you have it's a three candlestick pattern. You have a small red, my drawing tool, okay. We have a small red candle, and then we have a smaller, could be any color, maybe a doji, a hammer sometimes, and then the next candle that follows swallows the two candles. Now, mind you, you want to find this bullish version around support areas. So yes, you want to find them around support areas as you expect price to continue higher. And for the bearish version, which is the evening star, you tend to have the opposite of what I just drew, where you have price going towards the high, and at resistance you have some form of small green candle, and then maybe a doji or a pin bar or dragonfly, whatever have you around the area. And then you notice the next candles that form literally closes below. Now 1, 2, 3 happens to be your evening star, and after this it is expected that price will continue dropping lower. Now the last candle I'm going to be talking about today is what I call the bullish and the bearish Marubozu. Now, the Marubozu is a type of candle that most people don't or rarely talk about, because they hardly identify it. Some people mistake it for the engulfing candles, but they are quite different. And now the Marubozu signifies bullish and bearish strength. Now, when I say bullish Marubozu, it signifies intense strength, and the trend is expected to continue higher or lower depending on my bias, if I'm buying or selling. Now, for the bullish Marubozu, what does it look like? The bullish Marubozu is basically a candle that does not have any form of wick. You would notice you just see the candle full body. if it's an engulfing candle, that's a green candle, a bullish candle, you find out that the open of price there was no rejection, and the close of price there was no rejection. Price literally just ended up closing exactly at the open and at the close, and this signifies strength. And for the opposite of the bullish Marubozu, we have the bearish Marubozu, where you have the complete body and almost no wick at all. And whenever you see these pairs on your chart, it signifies the trend strength. So if I see a bearish Marubozu, it signifies sellers are in control. And if I see a bullish Marubozu, it signifies buyers are in control. Now, if you can identify and understand the psychology behind these five candlestick pairs, both the bullish and the bearish version, I guarantee you could take your trading game to a different level, because yes, candlesticks increases the precision and accuracy of our trades across any chart. And now the beautiful thing about candlesticks is, as long as your charts are made up of candles, you literally have uh, you can apply them to multiple portfolios with either you're trading stocks, crypto, options, whatsoever it is you're trading. Okay, trying to save time, let's see if we could identify some of these charts on some of these candlestick pairs on our charts before my time runs out. All right, this is the GU, and yeah, I want to see if this is a monthly chart. I want to try and identify some of these pairs, if at all. Okay, without wasting too much time, a bullish engulfing and a bearish engulfing, I have something like this. For my bearish engulfing, this is what my bearish engulfing candle looks like. And for my bullish engulfing, this is what my bullish engulfing would literally look like. Where I have one candle and then another swallows it completely. This is a bullish engulfing candle. Also for my evening and morning star, it's probably three candlestick pattern, and it doesn't always appear everywhere, or it appears everywhere, but then your ability to identify them around significant zones makes the difference. So for my morning and evening star, I have a three candlestick pattern, which is something of this nature, and for my evening star, I have a three candlestick pattern. Now this will be my morning star and this will be my evening star, depending on how I decide to trade it. Now notice how immediately price closes above, you could use the retest of that area as entry to continue towards the upside. The Doji doesn't happen to be common, but then this is what it would look like if I was to pick the Gravestone Doji. Yeah, this is what the Gravestone Doji looks like. It signifies indecision, and you want to wait for the candle that that forms next. And yeah, this is the Gravestone Doji, and we also have the Dragonfly Doji. You could term this and a Gravestone Doji also. I can't seem to find a Dragonfly Doji right now, but I'm sure in my subsequent videos you could have that. And yeah, another candle is the Marubozu. Okay, looks like I have a Marubozu almost somewhere here. Let me see. If I go to gold chart, I think I saw, okay, beautiful. I have a Marubozu on the gold charts, and this is what a bullish Marubozu would look like on gold chart. Now, if you notice this candle, it literally has no body and no wick, and that tells us that the trend is seriously strong and looking to continue towards the upside. Now, without wasting too much of our time, I hope I've been able to simplify the concept of candlesticks trading as much as possible. Now, this video is not a complete in-depth analysis of candlestick trading, but then I did justice to that in my subsequent videos. So do well to like and subscribe to Wealth FX trading made easy, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a blessed evening.